Hey everyone, today I'm going to talk to you guys about a film that has been remade. So there was a movie called Freaky Friday that came out in 1977 with Barbara Harris and Jodie Foster. It's probably one of the films that helped kind of launch her career. It was a show I remember watching with my family growing up. I watched it a lot with my mom and my sister, obviously being a show about between the relationship between a mom and a daughter. And I always thought it was so fun, and to sometimes think like, what would it be like to be my mom and what my mom goes through, and what would it be like for, you know, my mom to go through what I went through in high school and stuff like that. And I think that's a struggle that most of us have with some relationship in our life, whether it being a parent or a spouse or a kid, and sometimes having that empathy of putting ourselves in another person's shoes. And that's one thing that I've always loved about this film, but they do it in such a fun, comical way that you can't help but just fall in love with it. Fortunately, they remade it, which I was so nervous when they decided to remake it because I loved the original so much. So in 2003, they redid it with Jamie Lee Curtis and Lindsay Lohan, and in my opinion, they successfully did it. They made a couple changes here or there, but overall, they did a great job. I mean, I love Jamie Lee Curtis. She is one of my all-time favorite actresses. I will watch anything just because she's in it. And at the time, Lindsay Lohan was definitely known for her acting skills. She had wrapped up The Parent Trap. And I actually heard a rumor that when Jamie Lee Curtis heard that it was Lindsay Lohan playing that part, that she asked, well, which of the twins did she play? Not realizing she had played both in that film. So this is a movie that when you watch it, I really want you to pay attention to the acting in it. Every now and then there'll be a film where one actor has to portray another actor, and it's sometimes, that's the mark of a good actor or actress, right? So they start out in the film with their roles, the mother and the daughter, and then they switch, and they not only need to switch, you know, places, there's a lot of little tiny details that take place in the acting of that. There's a lot of the mannerisms, how they walk, how they move, how they interact with their body language with other people. There's a lot of the vocabulary, words, how they say things, how they phrase things, how fast they talk, how slow, how they, you know, just those kinds of interactions that happen. Same thing, like I'm talking with my body now, just all those type of interactions that in order to successfully do that, you really have to be a very good actor to really buy that character acting as another character. And Jamie Lee Curtis does such a good job portraying Lindsay Lohan, acting like a teenager, how she talks, the way that she rolls her eyes like a teenager and does different things. And the same thing with Lindsay Lohan, now having to all of a sudden act like her mother. You know, there's a certain air and light and way that she has to hold herself to really portray that well. So one thing I suggest is that you guys watch the original one, and that way when you watch the second one you can compare and contrast. Like one thing I really like in the original that I think was really funny and fun was the daughter, who's played by Jodie Foster, was on a water skiing team, and so when the mom is in the daughter's body, it just was so funny to me, you know, watching the mom try and do this special thing or whatever, and I just think that's kind of fun and funny. And then another change that they made that I really liked in the newer version was when they switched places was actually because of a fortune cookie that they, you know, have their little moment, and then the little grandma at the Chinese food place gives them a fortune cookie that has them switch places. So a fun thing you could do is I came across a blog recently, and I want to share that blog with you guys. Recently, I came across the cutest YouTube channel vlog. It is done by Mariola Rodriguez, and she usually does things where she goes to Disney World, tries something and recreates it. But due to the quarantine, she's been making some really cute, fun recipes inspired by Disney films. So she posted a video today that is how to make fortune cookies because of the Freaky Friday part. And it's something that I love, fortune cookies. It's seriously one of my favorite things. My family loves Chinese food. One thing we sometimes like to do as a family is we get fortune cookies and then we dip it partly in chocolate and add some sprinkles on it, and that's something that we love to do sometimes for Chinese New Year and different things. So I would suggest to go check out her video. I'm going to give you guys the link to it and learn how to make fortune cookies, and then you guys can have that as a snack while you watch the second one and then compare and contrast the two films. So let me know what your favorite part was, either about the original or the new one, in the comments. Go check out Mariola Rodriguez's post as well, and some of her videos that are so fun, that inspires me to want to cook and watch different shows as well, and subscribe to her channel, and hopefully you guys, enjoy it.